I think I was quite an outdoorsy kid anyway, so I didn't really want to be in the house. You know, I was always out whether it was raining, snowing. I think fitness wasn't something that came naturally to me. I had to really work hard. So away from training, I would run a lot.
So welcome to the Squad Goals Sofa. Today we're really lucky to have Rachel Daly with us. So we'll be discussing a little bit around some of the physical challenges or challenges that England internationals could maybe set you and start to think about what can we do outside of training, about how we can help our performance on the pitch. So Rachel, welcome, really good to have you here today. You've worked obviously really hard to get to where you are now. So think about when you were a youth player. What exercises did you do away from training to help you develop and help improve your performance on pitch?
When I was younger, obviously, as you know, I've played multiple different positions, and so different things are required of me in those positions. But I think fitness wasn't something that came naturally to me. I had to really work hard. So away from training, I would run a lot. I remember the late, dark nights in the streets. But yeah, I used to do as much as I could away from training so that I was ready for training. And I think back then we didn't have like the recovery strategies and things like that. It wasn't as clear as they are now. But I would do a lot of work on like my stamina and stuff like that away from training, and yeah, a lot of running on my own.
Some grassroots players, they sometimes worry about when they can find time to go and do those sorts of things. So like when you were younger, when did you go for those runs or do extra sessions? How did you fit that into your week?
I think I was quite an outdoorsy kid anyway, so I didn't really want to be in the house. You know, I was always out whether it was raining, snowing. It was difficult obviously to manage it with schoolwork and stuff like that, but I think when you're passionate about something, you make time for it.
When you were doing all those runs and things outside of training, how did you feel like that helped you on the pitch? What was the impact of it?
Yeah, I think obviously football, you need to be able to run for a long period of time. And my position was changing a lot, so I needed to, you know, I had different demands in different areas. But yeah, running was definitely something that I felt like I always needed to work on, and it's taken from a younger age into now. It's part of my regime, and I think that's definitely got me where I am today in terms of my extra dedication to work and committing to do stuff outside of football.
Did you ever do any sort of strength training or any gym work, or especially maybe when you were like 14, 15, 16, was there other stuff you did as well?
Yeah, obviously you couldn't go into gyms at that age then. I tried to do a lot of other sports in school and stuff like that. Yeah, I think at home I used to just do like a lot of body weight stuff like push-ups and sit-ups and stuff like that. Just anything to try and gain that little advantage.
So when we talk about things like push-ups and like home exercises, they're so easy because you don't need equipment, you can just get there and start doing it, which is great. What impact would that have on the pitch in terms of like your strength training stuff as well?
Yeah, obviously at a young age you're not the most physically developed at that point. So yeah, again, like just trying to gain a little advantage. So for me, I think it helped, you know, as a striker, holding people off the ball, and flip it as a defender, you're able to push the strikers off the ball. So I think it was an area that I obviously focused on alongside running as well.
And we're lucky to have you as well because you're so unique in terms of playing both sides of the pitch, in terms of both positions. So I think it's great whatever position you play, that cardiovascular side in terms of that running and that strength on and off the ball as well is awesome. Is there anything that you guys do now, like whether it's in the gym or at home, that maybe young people could maybe do themselves as well?
Yeah, I think all those things we've mentioned are things that you can do at home. I think unfortunately through COVID, I think a lot of people learned home exercises, and I think the access people have now on the internet, you can type in on Google and you'll come up with loads of different exercises and things. But yeah, I think obviously the most common easy ones are like push-ups and stuff like that in the home. Requires no equipment and takes 5 minutes of your time.
So thinking about the challenge then that we're going to set our grassroots football clubs, what squad goal should we set viewers at home?
I think as a team, you know, push-ups is an easy one at home. So, you know, you could do 15 and your teammate can do 20, and find a target number, meet somewhere and maybe video yourself, send it in your group chat, and yeah, I think just working together to get to a number and you'll develop and so will the team.
Love it. So let's say around 1,000 push-ups. So can we try to do 1,000 push-ups between one training session before the next training session, and you can mix it up between your team with certain people doing more or certain people doing less depending on your ability. That's absolutely fine, but I think that'd be a really good challenge. So thank you so much for providing that challenge to young people. I'm sure they'll really enjoy it, so thank you.
I don't think they will, but